Oh, I'll be happy to do that, because it's like light at the end of the tunnel. I've been in this hospital for about 6 weeks, and I was still alive. Now, there was a high mortality rate of people who had that fever. And incidentally, I was the only one in my regiment to contract it. And it was very painful, and it was very disconcerting. You were coughing blood all the time. You couldn't eat anything, and for some reason, I didn't get intravenous feeding. I don't think it was available. It certainly was available from a medical point of view, but it wasn't available in the hospital. So if you couldn't digest something, you didn't eat. I couldn't keep anything down. I didn't want to eat. And when I, coughed, blood came up, and eventually the blood coughing up overtakes you and you die. Some people in that ward died every day. So it became a routine thing. But anyway, I was still around, and it was Christmas Eve, and the full colonel who was running the hospital made a special visit. He said, "Langley," he said, "it's Christmas Eve. You're still alive. Would you like to be discharged?" I said, "Oh, yes, sir." He said, "There's one caveat. You're not to drink any booze." Now, booze is freely available. I said, "Well, I promise not to, sir." Cross my heart. He said, "All right, get your kit packed and get out of here before I change my mind." So I packed my kit. I didn't have much to pack. And I was a total blank out. I was supposed to get from the hospital bed to the British camp. I don't know. They just turned me out into the black night with my rifle, my kit bag, and a very weak person. In fact, very weak. Just left to my own imagination to find it. But these Aussies came along, and they could see I was in distress. And the big guys, Australian commandos, who'd fought the Japanese in New Guinea, and they took pity on me. And they said, "Where are you going, mate?" I said, "I'm not going anywhere. Can you help me?" And they said, "Well, before we help you, we're going to look after you. We're going to take you to the Aussie pub." "Oh, I can't drink. I've promised the colonel." They said, "Well, just have a little bit." You know how that goes. To sit down at the table, you put some money in the middle, and then you can sit down. And I had only British Army scrip. It wasn't legal currency, but within the camps. So I put 10 shillings down, which was a joke for the Australians. So we had a few drinks, and I enjoyed it because there's no booze in the hospital ward. And after that, I don't remember very much, except waking up at 6 a.m. I heard the bugle going at 6 a.m. in the British camp, and the right bed. Somehow the Australians had got me to the British camp and found the correct bed, which had been allocated to me. And there's the sergeant major and the sergeant, one with a big canteen of tea and the other with a huge bottle of rum, and trying to wake me up. And I blew my eyes and went, "What the hell did I get here?" Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Because I was weak, a bit of booze knocked me out very quickly. I was in the right bed, and 2 strangers were offering me tea laced with rum. No wonder it became a family ritual. Yeah, well, that's that story. And the kids and my wife, they do it very dutifully. Well, you've got to see the funny side of these things, don't you think so?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Just forgive me for a minute, will you?
Of course.
Yeah. I never knew a British sergeant major could be so kind. But only for the day, though.